What's up, Perk?
Hey, there they go. There they go. The news, the graphic, the cowboy hat, rodeo style. Hey,
Thank you,
that was
Perk.
phenomenal.
Oh, we did. Hey, okay.
Thank you, Perk.
Holy hell, Perk!
go.
I didn't even know. I didn't
It's the
expect
Feel Good Friday.
immediate, like TV critic stuff to happen. But it sounds like we're getting 2 thumbs up from the big Perk. Is that what I just heard on that segment?
Yeah.
I wish you had 2 more hands so you could give that segment 4 thumbs up. That's what we're talking about when we do in the news. Anyways, Perk, let's talk about NBA news here. I saw Charles Barkley say something hilarious. He said, the idiots at the other network, okay, I think he's talking about ESPN, keep talking like the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors have a chance. Shaq checked them immediately, was like, they have the play-in. And then Chuck, the play-in's not real, is what Charles Barkley said immediately. Now, Charles Barkley's one of the greatest speakers of all time. Anytime he talks, I will listen. The Miami Heat were in a play-in game, and then they make it to the final. So there is a chance to go from potentially on the bubble all the way in there. But what are your thoughts on all that? Are the Lakers and Golden State dead? Is this something that you and ESPN are just pushing because LeBron James does numbers on the SportsCenter Instagram account, Perk?
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
First thing first, okay? Charles Barkley is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, that's number one.
We just had
Whoa.
Everything that comes out of his mouth is not the gospel. Now, he's an all-time great. He has done a hell of a job in the media world, and I respect him like crazy. But here's the thing. We're going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, and we're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. You know why? Because they have LeBron James, who is arguably the greatest to ever touch the damn basketball, and you have Steph Curry, who is a generational talent and a top 10 all-timer, okay? And we have to appreciate them, because when both of those guys are gone, what else are we going to talk about? We can't talk about them. So the fact of the matter is that they're both, 4 or 5 games above 500, so they're a really good basketball team. They just happen to be in the Western Conference. And the playoffs started right after the All-Star break in the Western Conference. So we're talking about these play-in games because it matters. Can you imagine this? Imagine a world this postseason without having Steph Curry or LeBron James in it. Like, we can't do that.
Can't.
Like, so we need one of them to make it. The world needs it.
Need it, Chuck.
I get what Charles is saying. Do I think they're going to make noise, either one of those teams in the postseason? Hell no. But at the end of the day, we have to appreciate who the hell is on that team.
I agree.
That's Steph and that's Braun.
I agree completely. I understand exactly what you're saying. I also understand what he was saying in this entire thing because, like, whenever you're doing full day show all day, every day, like, LeBron's going to get talked about.
Yeah, of course.
And that's like just how it's always been. And Steph earned his way quickly into being a guy that's always going to be talked about. Now, with that being said, with generational talent, potentially greatest of all time, I think all of us that are kind of, I don't want to say casuals. Yeah, casuals are like, why aren't they? Like it's just because the talent is in abundance now in the league like we've never seen before. Is this the most talented NBA that we've had? Definitely the most talented Western Conference that we had. How do you feel? Is there just more teams that are better than maybe it used to be? Or is LeBron ever going to win one again? What is the thought in this entire thing, Perk?
So LeBron is definitely not winning one this year, okay? You could cancel Christmas on that shit.
That's a check.
I will say this. The league is more exciting. And as we get towards the end, right, we have the MVPs. Right now, Jokic is making a strong, powerful case on why Big Perk should vote for him and break my own rules and my criteria of having the best record in the league, having the best record, being the best player on the best team with the best record. Jokic is knocking down that barrier and knocking me off my square with that one, with his play. But when you look around the league, you got SGA. He's averaging 30, and I believe it's like, 40 games this season where he scored over 30 plus, some type of crazy record.
Yep.
Luka Doncic is down there in Dallas doing what he does best.
What do you have? He had 5 straight 30-point triple doubles.
Yes,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, that is
insane.
insane.
And then you have DeMontis Sabonis, who's not only been kicking AD ass every time he match up with him, but he's been given the league work. Do you know Sabonis lead the league in triple doubles? Do you know Sabonis lead the league in double doubles? This guy was not an all-star. So you have these caliber players that are putting up these historical numbers night in and night out, playing some exciting basketball, and the league is just in a better place. But look, can I tell you guys something?
What?
You see the scores, right, of late. They haven't been those 130 to 145.
Hey, we smacking the floor?
They've been under 500. The referees, they swallowed their whistle. They're allowing defenders to get a little bit more physical. Damn it, we're
Okay, that's good news.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that whenever I turn on a game, there's going to be, and not that there isn't effort. If you ever go to a live NBA game, I think watching on TV, you get desensitized to how much running and effort is happening and seemingly passion on the defensive side. When you watch it on TV, you don't get to hear the bench screaming, back screen, screen, like actually trying on the defense. You don't hear that. When you're at the game, though, you like actually see that. But everybody knows that as the season gets later and games start meaning more, you got 6'7" guys actually showcasing their athletic ability. Somebody chased, who was it? Zion chased down. No, somebody had a big swat the other night.
Siakam.
Who?
Siakam.
Spicy P, the Pacers. Yeah, he chased somebody down. It's like, you're seeing these dudes that are like 6'8", like jumping 40 inches. It's like the defensive side creates some like freak show.
The Ant Edwards block.
Yeah, exactly. When he hits his head, he hit his shoulder off the backboard.
Absurd.
So now, okay, we're in that time now. That's what you're saying. We're in that time right now this season.
We're in that time when nobody gives a damn nobody gives a damn about embarrassment. That's why you see the chase down blocks, because nobody care about getting dunked on. That's why you see more guys getting hit with crossovers and hezzies and falling to the ground, because nobody cares about embarrassment. They're trying to actually defend, and this is what the game needs.
Yeah, I agree. And that's a good point. You're talking about game 3 of the season. Okay, I'm going against guys who got some hand. Am I? Okay.
Moving.
Yeah. Oh, well, you got me. All right. Yeah, all right. Let's get the ball. Let's go down the other way. Yeah, let's do that. Now it's like every single potential could win the game, get you in the playoffs, win a championship, get paid, keep it moving. Okay, I like that. That's good news, Perk. I love where you're talking. And a guy we love, Tone has a question about.
Yeah, Perk, it's been quiet, but Zion has played, I think, like 55 games already this year. He's averaging, I think, 23, 6, and 5. Like, he's quietly having a really, really good season. I think the Pelicans are the 4th or 5th seed. Like, do they have a chance to make some noise in the playoffs?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the old people say, and them people down there in Louisiana, Zion balling right now, baby. He's balling. And look, he's taking a lot of criticism about his weight, about him being injured, about his availability. Rightfully so, because he made that bet. But this Zion Williamson that we've been seeing over these past couple months, this is the Zion that we've been looking for. This is the Zion before Wemby that we were talking about, the next greatest prospect after LeBron James. This Zion Williamson has a level of accountability. CJ McCollum was on our show on NBA Today, and he came out and he said they have uncomfortable conversations in their locker room. And when you're trying to win, that's one. I heard somebody broke my record. It didn't last long. But you look at the Pelicans and you look at Zion and you're saying no team in the West actually want to see them, right? Like, no, you don't want to see them in a matchup. I'm not saying they can't be beat, but it's a reason that I have them as my sleepers.
I like that the teammates kind of were the ones that police Zion, you know? Because I feel like the media was trying, fans were. I assume front office at the New Orleans Pelicans were trying to, like, get messages across, maybe even coaches. It's not until, like, your boys come up and be like, here's the deal, okay? You can continue doing what you're doing, and you're already rich. They already paid you $100 million. Or, like, we can maybe, you know, start actually investing in this entire thing. And it seems like he's enjoying himself, too. I know he loves Dallas.
Oh yeah,
we've heard plenty.
Big fan.
We know he loves Dallas. Okay, it's been on the record numerous times. But every time he's on a microphone, he seems like like a little kid joy.
Great guy.
Like laughing, like having a good time. So I'm happy that those uncomfortable conversations not only led him to a place where he's playing his best ball and he's most healthy, but also it seems like he's enjoying himself too. That's a win-win-win across the board. You know what I mean, Perk?
But Pat, think about it. To us as former players, the football field, the basketball court, that's supposed to be our sanctuary. We supposed to have fun. We supposed to be enjoying those moments. And Zion is actually enjoying the game of basketball. That goes to tell me that all the areas that were affecting him and affecting his game, he cleaned that shit up.
Yep.
And rightfully so, because you have to.
Congrats, Zion.
Let's go.
They were saying he was just going to be a big fat slob bust
Forever.
I wasn't saying it, but you guys were in the NBA world saying it. And boy, I think it was Twitter at the time when Zion came into the league and things were happening and made transition into X. They have let their jokes fly.
Oh, yeah.
They have let
The
their
floats.
The floats,
In
yeah, the
New
floats are
Orleans
mean-spirited.
were not cool.
Those are
float.
mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about how much time it took to build that float.
Oh, my God.
That's like real dedication to being like, whoa, I'm going to dunk on Zion for being a fatso.
Could stop so many different times while building that.
Yeah, get tired.
Yeah.
Because there's numerous. They put
Designs.
they put the glue down. Went to bed. Had to wake up the next day and say, nope, still cooking that fat ass Zion.
Yep, exactly.
This entire thing. Yeah. So that's where he was at one point. Now, seemingly, going to be a guy going forward. We're proud of Zion. Good for Zion. Ty's got a question for you. Perk?
Yeah, Perk, going back to LeBron, I know like a lot of people are talking right now and they're kind of cherry picking and it's kind of bullshit, but just going after Bronny James and putting up his stats at USC this season and basically saying like, this guy's not good enough to play in the NBA, but he's going to end up dictating where LeBron plays next year. How realistic do you think that is? I know some people, I know Connor for one has said like, well, how cool would it be if the Spurs drafted Bronny James and then LeBron ends up playing there with Wemby? Like, how likely do you think that is, that whether it's the Lakers who draft him because LeBron wants him to, or another team drafts Bronny James and that's going to be where LeBron finishes his career? How likely is that to happen?
Well, one, let me say this to you, Ty. They talked about Jesus Christ, okay? And so it don't make Bronny any different. They talked about Jesus
Right.
Christ.
You're
Okay,
right.
so
Amen.
that's number one. Number
Amen.
two,
Amen. Amen. You're right. Hey,
it's
preach.
facts.
Yeah.
And number two is this, right? Just because he's not, he didn't have a hell of a college season, and he's not showing signs of being a good college player, that doesn't mean he's not going to be a good pro. College basketball and professional basketball are two different lanes, right? You got a young man that's going against, seniors, fifth-year seniors, sixth-year seniors, whatever you want to call it, right? Seasoned guys, running systems, things to that nature. I don't really know how the coach feel about Bronny at USC, but at times I was watching the game, I'm like, you kind of holding them back. You ain't really letting them loose. Bronny James, as a professional, is going to be a completely different ball player, right? Like how the game is played in the NBA with the space, the way that he's able to catch and shoot and knock down shots, the way that he's able to run and transition and be able to finish above the rim, the way that he's able to buckle down defensively and slide those puppies, and he has a high IQ, the game is going to be better for him in the NBA. So that college shit, some guys are just not built for college basketball.
Zion, right? I mean, I don't want to say like Zion, but they didn't. There was a time there where Duke had like.
Yeah, they flamed out of the NCAA tournament.
They had like 6 top 5 guys on their roster, and they didn't win. It was like it is a different style of basketball. I think we're watching it. March Madness is about to. Hey, let's
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, the women's tourney too.
Oh.
But one thing I would like to say is let him have his own space. Let him have his own space. It's unfair to compare or to hold him to the same standard of a LeBron James. LeBron James is arguably the greatest player to ever touch the damn basketball.
Yeah.
Do I believe Bronny will ever reach that heights? I don't. Do I think Bronny could be an excellent pro and have a long pro career, make a lot of money, and be a true professional and play a valuable role on the team? I absolutely do, and that's okay. We got to quit setting the bar here for that young man and let him set the bar for himself.
I agree, Perk, but that's just not reality. That's just not. That's just not reality of the situation ever, and he knows that too. I assume Bronny knows that. That's just you're going to be treated to an unfair standard. That's just what it is. Now, a lot of people will say you have been given an unfair advantage because you are LeBron's son as well with the access that you've had, but it's going to come with some shit. And it's not going to be fun, and you're going to have to deal with it forever. And I assume LeBron has had a conversation with him, like apologizing to him while also telling him, like, we can go two different ways with this. You can either have it motivate you or you can have it beat you. I'm excited to see Bronny. I also like how tight.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like how tight their family is.
Yeah, great.
That doesn't get chatted about, obviously, because the whole is LeBron Michael Jordan. It's like, okay, we do that whole thing. And there's people that love Jordan and they'll hate LeBron just strictly because that even was a conversation in it. But like the way he and his family have remained tight and how he's remained very prevalent in Bryce and Bronny's and everything's life, it's like that doesn't get talked about with LeBron's legacy.
No.
In this, everybody knows everything about everybody era. Okay, which is what we're in right now, which I think if that was happening back in the day, I don't know if the NBA would be the same. I don't know if the NFL would be the same, where everybody was learning everything. It's like LeBron has navigated that in a fashion that I don't know if we'll ever see from a star player in any sport ever again. It's just like, that's phenomenal stuff. I can't wait to see if because I did see him getting shoulder rubs at that one game by the owner of the Lakers.
I was going to say, he is in the doghouse right now, Savannah.
So I think he was getting shoulder, both of them.
Yeah.
First of all, Happy International Women's Day.
That's right.
Just want to give a little heads up here. And also, I think he was saying, we're drafting Bronny, no problems. So he was just trying to look out for his son there.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about that.
Okay.
He's looking out for his family in that
Makes sense.
And look out for his pockets for that contract this upcoming season.
That's all
This
negotiation.
offseason.
It's all negotiation. Happy International Women's Day, what? I'm a bad guy?
Sue me.
Come on.
Okay, jeez. She was laughing. She almost fell over. She almost passed out.
Having a good time.
Her hand, what am I supposed to do? I got two shoulders, I said. And then the other lady who we don't know was on the other side.
Yeah.
Happy International Women's. First of all, Happy International Women's Day, ladies.
That's what he's saying right now.
Raise your hand.
Yep.
Okay, just want to let you thank you.
Thank you, LeBron.
You're the best, Brian. Thank you. She knew that he was being sincere there. And that was the best Happy International Women's Day she's ever got.
Without a doubt.
Michael Jordan has never delivered a Happy International Women's Day like that.
No.
No chance.
I'm sure he has said it, but it's never been delivered and received in the way that LeBron just did. Go ahead and put that on the scoreboard for LeBron.
Exactly.
Go ahead and add that to your little
Chalk it up.
memes and GIFs of Michael Jordan did this, LeBron did this. How about Happy International Women's Day's greetings?
Bingo.
In reaction.
Well said.
LeBron,
Yep.
undefeated. Con's got a question for you. Perk.
Yeah, Perk. I mean, we can talk about these other teams, but who gives a shit? Because it's the Boston Celtics league. We can all be honest here. They beat the piss out of the Phoenix Suns last night, and this feels like the year that the Celtics, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, finally kind of get over that hump and own the league. You could say at least the East for sure. If they don't win the title, is this one of the most disappointing seasons for the Celtics? Because I have said this before, I will be devastated if the Boston Celtics don't get it done this year. And if they don't go to the finals, do you think there's a chance they blow it up after in the offseason?
Well, first of all, Todd, keep a cool booty.
Okay.
This league does not belong to the Boston Celtics.
He's getting a little hot ass there. Is that what you're saying?
Hot booty over there.
He's getting a little hot ass there. Cool booty.
Yeah,
Very
he is
hot.
right now. It belongs to the team that actually swept them in the season series that just beat them in the Denver Nuggets. Okay, that's number one.
Sure.
Because we've been giving all this
Fair.
praise to the Boston
I can
Celtics.
take that.
They have the best starting five in basketball, and they actually don't. The Denver Nuggets have the best starting five in basketball. It's proven. They actually got it done, and they brought the same five back. And when they're clicking on all cylinders, it's going to be hard for any team to beat them. Number two, the Boston Celtics, if they don't make it to the finals, right? It's like it's almost, it's a crime that if they don't make it to the finals, it's criminal if they don't make it to the finals.
Are you going to talk about bird brain again? Is that what you're going to do? Is that what you're?
You know what? I mean, he got to get it done. He got to get it done.
Try to block
I'm not going to call him bird brain again. I'm not going to talk about him right now. But when the postseason come, I do need to see how he's going to do when he have to match up against a Tom Thibodeau, or if he have to match up against an Eric Spoelstra, because he's gonna have to coach his ass off. Now, the Boston Celtics is no team in the Eastern Conference right now that I see beating them in a 7-game series. The Knicks are injured. The Bucks, they have to go to the lost and found because they still haven't found their identity. The Cleveland Cavaliers are too young. So when I look at the East, the Boston Celtics should go through the Eastern Conference with ease.
Okay.
Now, when they get to the Western Conference, when they get to the finals, that's a whole different story.
Okay.
I believe right now the Celtics may be, off the top of my head, I believe they're like 14-7 or something to that nature against the top dogs, like 14-7 or something to that nature. I got to get my
unbelievable.
facts right.
Is that a good? That's a good stat though. Are we saying it's good or not good? Because
Well, this is what I'm saying, right?
okay, I'm excited. We're getting there.
When it comes to how weak the Eastern Conference is compared to how strong the Western Conference is, the last time I seen the Boston Celtics face against the Clippers went to the Garden and smacked them down. What I'm saying is that if the Celtics were in the West, it would be a totally different story. And so we've seen the sample size this season. We watched Jokic go into the Garden and give the Celtics their work. We watched Jokic a couple weeks ago when Boston went into Denver. Jokic and Jamal Murray put on the show, the best duo in the game today. But I will say this, last thing. If the Celtics do not complete the mission of winning the championship, I've said it time and time again, and I'm going to stand on it until it happens. They're going to really have to consider breaking this team up when it comes down to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Oh, they're the ones.
Yeah.
Gonna find out.
They're the ones,
They better
right?
be.
Aren't they the ones that are going to take Boston?
Yes.
Yeah, they're the ones, right?
And can Jason Tatum elevate his game to like a Jokic or Jamal Murray? That's the problem that we have.
How does he see the hoop? That his shot is like right in front. How does he see anything when isn't it? Doesn't he?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he
He can
does.
see it, but we need Jason Tatum to be clutch, and the numbers show that he's not.
Well, he got hurt Game 7 against the Heat last year on the first play, and then the Game 7 against the Sixers, he had 51 points.
That's a mark right there. Don't worry about it. He's going to go to bat for the Celtics regardless because he would like.
I know, and I want to go to bat for the Celtics. I don't want to be biased, but I will say this about Tatum. Tatum, when it comes down to players that qualify for go-ahead buckets or game-time buckets in the clutch, Tatum ranks 25 out of 20. He ranks 25th out of 25 players.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he loves
damn.
step back three huck. He loves that move.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's a chance it falls.
Oh, yeah.
There's a chance it falls.
Every time he goes to the hoop at the end of the game, we're winning. But he loves that step back, turn around, fade away huck. And I love watching it.
And if it falls, it's going to be electric.
If it goes in, lightning.
It's 32%.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
bad.
Okay. Didn't expect you to have that percentage just sitting there. That's Park, you've been saying a lot of numbers. You were questioning your record thing. As of March 8th, the Celtics were 15-7 against the West. So you were there.
Okay.
Boom.
You were there. You had it. Now, they have 14 losses on the season. So half of them literally against the West, half of them versus the East. So I don't know how that is. I'm excited to see if the Celtics can get it done. And I'm excited to see how obnoxious you are.
Oh, man.
If they do.
It's going to be so loud.
Yeah, remember the Bruins had the greatest regular season in the history of the NHL, and then see you get out of the playoffs.
That's why I'm not even thinking about anything but the finals. There is no. You know it, Perk.
Hey, you're the man. We appreciate you so much. What do you got this weekend? You were on Sunday. I think you were on my TV on a Sunday. Was that last week?
I'm gonna be on your TV this Sunday, preaching the gospel as usual.
Hell yeah.
Amen. Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Big Perk.
Chào mừng đến với Bình Nguyên Vô Tận.
is under attack.
An ally has been defeated.
Our Slayer Lane tower is under attack.
Cẩn thận, đừng nhắm lên cỏ trà hoa nhé. An enemy has been defeated. Is alive. At your service. Executed. Không xứng đáng được sao?
Our middle lane tower is under attack.
Mình thích cảm giác bay lượn vì điều đó khiến mình thấy được tự do.
The iron defense line has disappeared. Send in the ballista.
Executed. An ally has been defeated. You have defeated an enemy. An ally has been defeated. Mình muốn thấy bạn mãi mãi. Your team has destroyed a tower. You have defeated an enemy.
Our middle lane tower is under attack.
Executed. Cẩn thận, đừng nhắm lên cỏ trà hoa nhé.
Dragon Lane